Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something. Have you ever heard an incredible idea, one that made perfect sense, one that could change the world, but somehow, it just never took off? It wasn't because the idea wasn't good enough. It wasn't because people didn't need it. It was because ideas don't spread on their own. They spread through people. Ideas don't spread because they are the most innovative, the most logical, or even the most useful. They spread because they connect with people on a deeper level, an emotional, psychological, and even tribal level. The world is full of brilliant ideas that never took off, not because they weren't good, but because they didn't resonate with what people already believed or wanted to believe. If you want your idea to spread, it's not enough to have a great concept. You have to align it with the existing values, aspirations, and emotions of the people you want to reach. History is filled with examples of ideas that didn't succeed simply because they were superior, but because they spoke to something deeper within people. Think about the rise of the personal computer. Apple wasn't the first to create one, and arguably, they weren't always technically the best. But they understood something others didn't. People didn't just want a machine, they wanted to feel empowered. Apple didn't sell computers, they sold the idea of challenging the status quo, of thinking differently, of being part of a revolution. And people bought into that belief. The same applies to movements. Political and social movements don't spread because they have the most logical arguments. They spread because they tap into a shared frustration, hope, or vision for the future. The civil rights movement in the United States wasn't just about laws and policies, it was about dignity, justice, and the belief that equality was a moral imperative. The words of Martin Luther King Jr. didn't just state facts, they inspired a belief in a better world, and that belief spread like wildfire. This is why facts alone rarely change minds. If facts were enough, debates wouldn't be so polarized. But people don't make decisions purely based on logic, they make them based on identity, emotion, and belonging. When an idea challenges what someone already believes, they instinctively reject it, no matter how rational it is. But when an idea reinforces or elevates what they already believe or aspire to believe, they embrace it. That's why the most successful ideas don't fight against belief systems, or they align with them. Consider the rise of brands like Tesla. The world didn't wake up one day and suddenly decide electric cars were the future because of technical specifications. Tesla succeeded because it didn't just sell cars, it sold a vision of the future, a cleaner, more sustainable, and more exciting world. People who already believed in sustainability and innovation didn't need to be convinced, they needed a way to express their belief. Owning a Tesla became more than just owning a car, it became a statement about who you were and what you stood for. Religions, political ideologies, lifestyle brands, and viral trends all spread the same way. They don't impose new ideas, they amplify existing beliefs. A great idea doesn't feel foreign, it feels like something you already believed deep down but didn't have the words for. That's why the best storytellers, marketers, and leaders don't try to force people to believe something new, they give them permission to believe what they already wanted to. This is the power of belief-driven ideas. They spread not because they demand attention but because they inspire connection. When people see an idea that aligns with their identity, their values, or their aspirations, they don't just adopt it, they champion it. They share it with others, not because they have to, but because it reinforces who they are. And that is how ideas truly take flight, and not through logic alone, not through force, but through the undeniable pull of belief. Ideas don't spread on their own. No matter how powerful, logical, or groundbreaking an idea is, it needs a persona, someone who embodies it, lives it, and gives it life. The world is full of ideas that should have taken off but didn't, not because they weren't good, but because they lacked the right messenger. People don't just listen to ideas, they look at the person behind them. They want to know if the messenger believes in it, if they live by it, and if they can trust them. Throughout history, the most influential movements, brands, and revolutions have been carried by individuals who weren't just delivering a message, they were the message. Martin Luther King Jr. didn't just talk about equality, he lived it. His words were powerful, but his actions made them undeniable. He was arrested, threatened, and beaten, yet he never wavered. That unwavering commitment made people believe in the cause because they saw that he believed in it so deeply he was willing to sacrifice everything for it. The same principle applies to businesses and brands. Think about Steve Jobs and Apple. Apple didn't just create computers, they created a philosophy, a way of thinking differently. But that message wasn't just written in a marketing campaign, no, it was embodied by Jobs himself. He obsessed over design, fought for simplicity, and truly believed that technology should empower creativity. Because he was so passionate about it, others followed. His belief became their belief. His commitment made Apple not just a brand but a movement. Ideas spread when they are championed by people who make others feel something. The reason Tesla became more than just another car company wasn't because they had electric vehicles or other companies had them too. It was because Elon Musk made people believe in the future. He wasn't just selling cars, he was selling a vision of innovation, sustainability, and progress. And because he embodied that vision, others were drawn to it. The messenger made the message more powerful. This is true not just for great leaders but for everyday people. When someone is deeply passionate about something, you can feel it. Their energy is contagious. Whether it's an entrepreneur pitching a startup, an activist fighting for a cause, or an artist sharing their work, the way they embody their idea determines how others respond to it. People don't just listen to what you say, they watch what you do. If your actions don't align with your message, the idea loses credibility. But if you live your idea, if you are consistent in your belief, people will naturally be drawn to it. The reason influencers and thought leaders gain such massive followings isn't just because of their content, it's because of how they present themselves. People follow those who inspire them, who make them feel connected to something bigger than themselves. The best messengers make their audience feel like they are part of a movement, like they belong. When people feel like they are part of something, they don't just listen, they share, they advocate, and they spread the idea for you. This is why authenticity matters. People have an instinct for recognizing when someone truly believes in what they are saying versus when they are just repeating a script. A forced message rarely spreads, but a genuine belief has unstoppable momentum. If you want your idea to spread, you have to be its biggest champion. Not by shouting the loudest, but by living it the deepest. When people see that you are the real thing, they don't just listen, they follow. And that's how ideas turn into movements. Ladies and gentlemen, ideas don't spread on their own, they spread through people. The most powerful ideas aren't just heard, they are felt. And they are felt because the messenger lives them, embodies them, and makes others believe in them. If you want your idea to spread, don't just explain it or be it. Because when you truly believe, when you live your idea with passion and authenticity, others won't just listen, they'll follow, they'll share, they'll make it unstoppable. And here's the real secret. When you truly believe in something, when you live it with everything you have, you don't have to force people to listen. They will listen, they will feel it, and when they do, they won't just support your idea, they will spread it for you. Because the most powerful ideas are not pushed, they are pulled. They don't demand attention, they inspire it. So if you want your idea to go viral, don't just talk about it, be it, live it, and watch the world follow. Thank you.